Welcome to God and Government. Today we're standing in the awe-inspiring rotunda of the U.S. Capitol building here in Washington, D.C., where we'll begin to consider the question, is America a Christian nation? Well, let's take a look around and see. One of the first things you notice here in the rotunda, other than the amazing architecture and the marble statues of famous Americans, are these massive paintings that tell vital parts of America's amazing story. These four paintings on the east side depict the age of the exploration, discovery, and settlement of America. First, notice the rendering of explorer Christopher Columbus, landing in the Americas in 1492, and it depicts his eyes lifted to heaven, which speaks of the prayer that accompanied the landing. He named the island San Salvador, which means Holy Savior. Next, notice the painting of explorer Hernando de Soto, discovering the Mississippi River in 1541. And it depicts a cross being planted to commemorate this important moment. Then we have this painting of the Native American princess Pocahontas in prayer, being baptized by the Reverend Alexander Whitaker, her pastor in Jamestown, Virginia, in 1614. He taught her to read from a Geneva Bible. She was converted to faith in Jesus Christ, and it was at her baptism that she adopted her new biblical name of Rebecca from Genesis. Finally, we see the embarkation of the Pilgrims in 1620. Their pastor, John Robinson, with his hands lifted heavenward in prayer, and their mission pastor, Elder William Brewster, holding an open Bible just before they departed from Holland to England. And then on to America. They are praying before embarking on the most ambitious church relocation project in world history. But that Geneva Bible and its notes from the reformers about how to respond to government tyranny provides the bridge from the Pilgrims in 1620 to the Patriots of 1776, portrayed on the west side of the rotunda. That Bible also provides the foundational principles of representative government here in America. But just in these four paintings, you have 3 ministers, 3 prayer meetings, 1 cross planting, a Bible study, and a baptism. That is a strong indication of America's Christian heritage, found right here in our nation's Capitol building. Plus, there are other ordained and lay ministers here in this room, like the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., leader of the Civil Rights Movement and a Baptist minister. And there's George Washington, who functioned as a chaplain in the French and Indian War, conducting the funeral for his commanding officer, British General Edward Braddock, in 1755. And later, as the nation's first president, Washington called America to participate in the first National Day of Prayer under the new U.S. Constitution. Then there's Lucretia Mott, who became a Quaker minister and leader of the women's suffrage movement. Then there's James Garfield, who before he became president, preached a series of revival meetings as a lay minister in 1858. I could go on and on. But this Capitol building is literally loaded with evidence that America is indeed founded upon Christian principles and biblical truths. Now, let's join today's group for our session.